throughout the halls of a Four Seasons loft. In Austin, I saw, pause, my eyes crawled to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin on dice and woes of life. Love deprived, looking to revive. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise, crystal chandeliers, moments reflected. Often mirrors appear clear, grinning from ear to ear. Craving and raving the grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. Dreams in paradise. Truth is what you can see.
Boom. Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. And the truth is the Thunder have just signed J-Dub. And so we're now 3 for 3. First of all, welcome to the Unpopular Hour. I'm your host, Matt Clark. And like I said, breaking news, the Thunder just signed J-Dub a few minutes ago to a nice contract that could go all the way up depending on what he does. It could reach up to more money. And let me see, let me get you the details right now. Let me pop it up. We just might as well just get right into it, guys. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Here's breaking news right here. Thunder All-Star guard J-Dub has agreed to, Jalen Williams has agreed to a 5-year maximum rookie contract extension that could reach $287 million. Agents Bill Duffy and Justin Haynes of WME, which I believe is the same. I think he has the same agent that Chet has, if I remember correctly. They have the same agent, so it's been a nice deal for them. I can tell you that for their agents, counting Chet and J-Dub, what they've done for those guys. So congratulations to J-Dub getting his contract. Congratulations to the Thunder handling their business by getting all of the, by getting all their guys signed, which was all our guys signed, however you want to look at it. All of our guys signed to contracts. Remember, they just signed Chet yesterday, signed SGA last week, which, of course, once Chet got signed, we knew that that he would do that. And Chet signed for 250, J-Dub 287, and then of course SGA signed. Was it last week? I guess it was. Seems like it was forever ago now. For $285 million. So J-Dub made $2 more million than SGA, which I think is it's just kind of funny to me. But that's if he reaches all the things he has to reach. You know, it's maximum, but he has to go through all the process of, you know, he has made one All-NBA, so he has to do that again, which may or may not happen. Who knows? You know, if the Thunder continue to win, the difference between him and Chet, because Chet will be looking for money as well. But congratulations to the Thunder. Congratulations to J-Dub. And now the numbers that I did have that I was going to do today, which is total cap space. You know, of 193, which we're 23, 193 million, 193, 208, $443 million, which leaves us with $38,381,384 in cap space available, which this contract doesn't kick in until 27. So it's not correct today, but it will kick in. And a part of that kicks in, I believe, on the signing bonus. So the apron, we are $8,568,140 in first apron. In the second apron, we're at $20 million. So we're really, really low in our expenses right now, which is great for us. But what that basically means is we're going to really have to function pretty quickly coming up, getting all that squared away as far as the tax is going to hit us in a few years. There's just no question in that first apron and second apron. So we're going to have to make decisions on what we want to do as far as that's concerned. And I saw this thing talking about how a lot of NBA owners are selling their teams because of the first and second apron. They're selling their teams because, number one, they're getting offered billions of dollars. I mean, the Laker family, let's face it, they couldn't keep up and keep LA what it needed to be. You know, Jenny doesn't have any kids. So, talking about the Lakers, Jenny Buss. So, you know, what are they going to do with all that? and I believe her brothers have kids. But, I mean, $10 billion. I mean, you've kept it. Your dad bought it for, what was it, 87 million or something crazy in 79, 78, which was a lot of money. And then $10 billion later is what they sell it for. And it just got to the point where they're a family-run business, and they just did not have enough money to do what they need to do to spend to keep up. And so they got out, and they did. Mark Cuban got out of his deal in Dallas. I mean, he paid what, $1 billion for the Mavericks, and sold it for $6 or whatever. So there's a lot of money to be made out there. You look at what the Celtics owners have done as well. So, you got to think about the Thunder guys. I mean, the deal is this: if you keep winning championships and you're building a new arena and you're in Oklahoma, Milwaukee Bucks got sold. So part of it to me would be if the Thunder owners did have, the Kaiser family, or, Bill or Cameron or any of those guys decided, Jeff Records, those guys decided to sell. I mean, you got to make sure that it stays in Oklahoma, I'm assuming. Clay Bennett. I'm assuming that they would make sure that it stays in Oklahoma City, that you're not going to sell it to somebody who's going to move the team to wherever they may live at or whatever. It would have to be in Oklahoma, and that would be part of it, because why would you do that to the fans, especially now with Oklahoma finally, after all these years, getting something that would be it. Let me see. Hey, John, how you doing? I've been hearing rumors and news clips of OKC groups selling. Any truth to it? I don't think so. I saw a deal the other day where there was a bus in Nashville, which is where the Gaylord family owns a lot of. They moved to Nashville, so a lot of their family does live in Nashville now, and so that's part of it. But I don't believe that they're going to sell, especially with you building a new arena. That would be one of the worst moves that you could do, and people in Seattle get mad about it. Well, the difference is that in Seattle, they wanted a new arena, you wouldn't do it. So they ended up selling it. They called your bluff, and they sold it. So it was 117 yesterday, but that's dry heat, John. That's what they say. It's not real heat. That's what they tell me. But to me, 117 is 117, 120 is 120. Talking about he's in Scottsdale. I'm in Phoenix. But anyway, back to that. I look at what they did with Seattle, and it all happened because of the flood that happened in New Orleans. Oklahoma City had been looked at as a team, but it's such a small market. Was they really going to survive? With that Katrina happening, which allowed the Thunder to come here or allowed the Hornets to get here, they saw that it was a sellout. The people were crazy for a sports or basketball team in Oklahoma City, and it went crazy. And that's basically what happened. Okay, so now you win a championships, and you got to figure that the Thunder situated to where they are, $6 or $7 billion, John, would probably be where the Thunder would be ish. But you got to remember, these guys are all billionaires. The Kaisers don't need money. The Records don't need money. Cameron doesn't need money. The team is already here. They all live here in Oklahoma City and Tulsa area. So there's no sense in them selling the team after you've won a chip. I don't believe they would do that to the city, especially with their business ties that they do have here, along with Clay Bennett and what he was doing. But the Gaylord family, who was here with the Daily Oklahoma, they all live in Nashville and doing all this stuff down there. The question is, would you sell it to them? I believe, John, that had the Thunder not gotten a new arena, and Oklahoma City not passed that, I believe that the Thunder would have ended up in Nashville. That's just my conspiracy theory, whatever. That's just me. But do I think the Thunder are going to leave? No. I think the Thunder are going to stay here, because you saw where Milwaukee got sold, but they stayed there. So I just don't, there's not enough. I don't know what group you could put together that's in Oklahoma City that's not already owners that could come in and pay that amount of money. There would have to be some sort of outside group, a group out of Dallas or a group out of Houston or Kansas City or somewhere like that. Kansas City probably, since they don't have a team. It would be somewhere like that, or the Nashville group. But I don't think anybody's going to leave Oklahoma City simply because you're building a new arena. You've got everything set up. It's a good town. The players like it here. So I don't really see that really happening. But yet the rumors of anything negative when it comes to Oklahoma City are going to be flying out there. From what we're doing with SGA, what we're doing with J-Dub, what we're doing with Chet, all of these things are set. We're not going to have any issues really until 26, 27 when all those things hit. The next year, all the contracts hit. SGA's contract hits. J-Dub's contract hits. Chet contract hits. Nort's new contract will hit. All those contracts will hit. The question is, at that point, in the next year, you got Cason's contract. What do you do at that point? Then you got first April problems. Then you got to decide, who am I keeping? What is Topic going to do? Are you going to be able to keep him? You have to pay him contract. Now, of course, the salary cap will be way up because what is it, 193, which is what we just showed right there. So I don't know what it's going to be, but I don't see the Thunder selling. Because especially in Oklahoma, all the big hitters already own part of it. And I'm sure there are some other billionaires out there, but who's going to put together a group of guys that are going to pay what the fee would be to, because I'm thinking the Thunder $5, $6, $7 billion is what they would be worth. I'm thinking if they were going to sell it. So I don't know who, if I live outside of Oklahoma, I'm not going to spend $6 or $7 billion for something that I don't get to move. And I'm sure that would be part of any arrangement that they would make, is that if you buy the team has to stay in Oklahoma City. You can't move it. You can't this. You can't. So there would be, unless you don't want a new arena. But anyway, they're set for, this arena will last, 20 years? So you'll be at what? What is it, 2020, it'll be 20, let's say 2030 to make it easy. So it'll be 2050 by the time you would need, or 2060, 30 years by the time you need a new arena. So, I mean, what's going to happen in 30 years, I don't know. I don't believe I'm going to be around that long. And if I am, I'll still be cooking for sure. But, I mean, it is what it is, okay? But the bottom line is this. You got all three of your superstars signed. J-Dub for more money if he hits all of his targets. So all of that stuff matters in the smaller parts. But you got your big three signed. That's numero uno. Okay? All three of them are hitched. All three of them are done. Yeah, John, the news, it's so funny is before the playoffs, remember in the playoffs, not one person picked us, I think, except Barkley. Is the only one that chose us. Nobody else picked us. And then once we started rolling, then it's because SGA is a free throw merchant, which that was bogus. Then they turn around and then it was they're young. It was nonsense. Now, when you look at what is going to happen next year, did Houston get better? 100%. Did the Nuggets get better? 100%. The Mavericks get better? 100%. Did the Lakers get better? Yes, they got better. Luka's getting in shape, but LeBron is still going to be 43-ish, whatever he is. So when you look at that part of it, yes, it's gotten tougher. Has Oklahoma City finished where we are? No. Do you bring back the same team you pretty much have? Pretty much, but we still need a shooter, which you have plenty of draft picks, and now you have plenty of guys that you've given some raises to that you can do that with. So Oklahoma City does have options. But do I believe we're going to win with the same team we won with last year? Possibly. And the only reason why I would say possibly is because what we did defensively. And you're bringing everybody back, so you're going to be better. But the difference is this time in the playoffs, we won't shoot as bad as we did because everybody would have gone through it. And to me, the only thing that could keep us from going back-to-back is, number one, is injuries. Because do I believe they're going to be focused? I believe SJ is going to be locked in because he believes he should have won the MVP 2 years ago. So do I. He won it last year. Can he win it this coming year? Yes. So he's going to be focused in doing that. Is he going to be focused on chasing Michael Jordan? Yes, he is. Remember, this is 3 straight years he averaged 30 and shot 50. 30%, 30 points a game, 50% from the field. Third year in a row. Michael did it 5. So if you think he's not chasing that, hell yes he is. But I believe he's also chasing Michael Jordan's 30 points, 50% shooting, 5 assists, and 2 steals, and 1 block a game. I think he's chasing that. So I think he's chasing certain things that he's chasing alone by himself. I do believe that. And I believe the Thunder are sitting there pretty at where we are because of the apron. But do we need help? Yes, we need another shooter. What is Sorber going to do with us inside, 6'9", athletic? Yeah, it's going to help us. He's physical. But he's still going to be a rookie. So how much is he going to help us? I don't know. I don't really know. I can't really give you an opinion on that. I mean, because he's a rookie. But the beautiful thing about him coming in and the beautiful thing about Topic is that both of them are coming in. All you got to do is play. There's no pressure. Now, when the playoffs come, yeah, there's going to be pressure because you got to make plays when you're called on. But for the most part, it's an easy thing for you to come in as a rookie, to come in and do the things you need to do. It's going to be pretty simple for those guys. It's not going to be hard for them to step in. Even though Topic's second year, but he's still going to be a rookie just like Chet was. But I look at SJ. Of course he's going to be chasing that. What is J-Dub going to be chasing? Yes, he wants to go back-to-back All-NBAs. Chet wants to make his first All-NBA team. Chet wants to make his first All-Defensive team. 100 question, no doubt about that. J-Dub wants to make his second All-Defensive team. I don't think J-Dub would have made the All-Defensive team if it wasn't for a Caruso not being qualified. Let's face it. Is J-Dub a better defender than Caruso? Hell no. Would he deserve to be on there? Yes, because he qualified. Caruso didn't. But our two best defensive players are Dort and Caruso. Then Queso. Then J-Dub. Then SGA as far as perimeter concerned. But you look at what Chet did as far as Game 7 with the blocks and being the presence that he was inside, everything that he did in the playoffs, in the finals, Chet is coming back. And I believe Chet would have been All-NBA had Chet, or at least made the All-Star team, had Chet not got hurt at the beginning of last year. He was killing them. Averaging, 25? I think he was averaging 30. SJ was averaging 30. Chet was like 25, and J-Dub was like 19-ish. They were killing him. And then he got hurt, but he still got paid, which he should. J-Dub making more money than SGA is ludicrous to me. But once again, that's their guy. I get all that. He drafted him. Once again, to me, it's just like the same Russell Westbrook KD deal. Makes no sense to me. Because remember, KD, not drafted by the Thunder. Even though he was drafted by Sam Presti in the ownership, he was drafted by Seattle. SGA drafted by the Clippers. Russell Westbrook drafted by the Thunder. J-Dub drafted by the Thunder. And neither one of those guys can carry a franchise. That's been proven with Russell that they were wrong. Now, hopefully the Thunder management would have learned their lesson from the first time around. And I know from one specific thing they did. You learned your lesson by drafting better. You did not draft at all. You drafted horribly when we had KD, Harden, and Westbrook, and Ibaka. And then when Harden left, he was horrible drafting with KD, Ibaka, and Westbrook. Terrible. He learned his lesson. With SGA, remember, SGA and Dort are the only two who have been there from the very beginning. Then you added Josh, drafted Josh. Then you added J-Dub, J-Will, and Chet. Didn't get Chet that year. Then you got Chet the next year with Queso. Then we drafted Topic, but he didn't play. But we traded for Caruso and traded for signed Ihart, traded for Caruso. Team took shape. So he's done a better job this second time. Now, here's the rub that I have. If you think J-Dub has more potential than SGA, you're high. I like J-Dub. But he's not going to carry this franchise. He's just not. This is the thing. This is, to me, this proves it all. He got hurt. We didn't miss a beat. K-Rich came in and was just like, or Queso took his spot. We didn't miss a beat. If you go through that same thing without the SGA, we ain't winning. We're not going to win without SGA. It's not going to happen. You got lucky by having a generational player in Kevin Durant, and then you get another generational player in SGA. And you let one go because you picked the backup. And then now you're paying the backup more money than you're paying your player. Now, here's the difference. That's a 5-year deal, and he hasn't reached it. He may not get it all because there's hurdles he has to cross. Remember, he has to do at least one more All-NBA. The question is, will he be able to do that or not? Because Chet's going to be coming. Now, if we go 73 wins or 70 wins, can we get SGA, J-Dub, and Chet on the All-NBA teams, on first, second, and third teams? Yes, we could possibly do that. But with the West being the West, is that going to happen? Let me see. We went from 20 wins to 40 wins to 57 wins to 68 wins. That's what we went to. So now the question is, how do you go past 68? Or how do you maintain where you are? Because this year we went 84 and 21. 84 and 21. That was an enormous thing, one of the best records of all time as far as playoff runs or playoff teams or season records, whatever you want to call it, one of the best ever. How are you going to match that? How are you going to improve on that? How are you going to do better than that? Here are the questions that you have to have answered. Now, can there be? Oh, hell yes. Will there be? We'll see. Should there be? I hope. But we do have the personnel in place. We do have the ability to do it. We've already done it once. But in comes the rub. How many teams have won back-to-back? It hasn't happened since Golden State when they got Kevin Durant. And they would have won 3 with him. Now, we don't have a Kevin Durant to add to our roster. Because remember, when you looked at that Golden State team, they had the best team. And then they took the best player and added to the best team. Because Kevin Durant was the best player on that team without question. So when you look at what that did, the transformation of what Golden State did, or what they had to add in order to make that run, that's what happened. And they have not won since KD, because remember the next year KD does his Achilles, so they don't win 3 in a row, which they would have. So when you look at the Thunder and what we can and can't do, we're sitting there with a great team. But last year, year before to last year, what do we need? An inside presence, which we got iHeart, which Nathan and I both wanted. That's what we wanted most. So we got him. And then the pick we didn't see, Sam Presti's brilliant move, was trading Josh Giddey and getting Caruso. No one saw that happening. And then once it happened, we were wondering, oh, you getting rid of Dort now? And no, we kept them both. And it made our defense, it solidified our defense, our perimeter. So now we're sitting there with this team. But what are we missing? We're missing a 3-point shooter, some guy who can shoot 45 to 48% consistently. But he also can play some defense. And very few shooters who are just shooters, not scorers, but shooters, can play defense. And in the playoffs, what are they going to do? They're going to hunt that guy. So you got to do your best to be able to protect him as much as you can. But he's got to be able to make threes, which Isaiah Joe wasn't, which is why he was a liability and you couldn't play him, because they attacked him immediately. So he was a liability. Even though I'm a big Isaiah Joe fan, he was a liability. So when you look at the Thunder, and what we need is, we got the big guy that we needed. Now he's a rookie, but you still need a shooter. We have plenty of picks. We have plenty of trade pieces, plenty of things to go get one. Now the question is, nobody in the West is going to trade with us. I can promise you that. Unless they're on the very bottom. And do we want someone who's on the very bottom? Maybe we do. But you got to go east to get somebody, to get a player. So when you look at what the Thunder are able to do, we have the flexibility to be able to do that. We've got more salaries. We've increased the salaries, which allows us to be able to trade, because remember, you got to match salaries. And then with Wiggins the way he popped last year as far as being a scorer, which upgraded his stock as far as a two-way guy. He can score and he can play defense, so that upgraded him. in that aspect. So the Thunder are sitting there good when it comes to what we have. What we have as far as pieces to trade with somebody to go get a shooter, but we have to have a shooter. To me, we're missing a 6'9" presence, somebody who can replace K. Rich and Wiggins as far as a taller guy. Same type guy, but he needs to be 6'9" instead of 6'7" or 6'6". He needs to be 6'9", 6'10". Sorber can meet that. Is it next year? Maybe. Probably a year, probably 26, 27, maybe 27, 28 before he does that. Now, hopefully he can surprise me, which I'm not opposed to surprises. Surprise me if you can. Have zero issues with that. So I like what we're doing right now, and I like where we're at. Let's take a break right now. Thank our sponsors. SRB, if you have needs for engineering, surveying, or planning, hit our guys up over there. They love to take care of you, especially if you have a water treatment plant in your city or county. These guys will take very good care of you. And then, of course, Oak Grove Trucking, if you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, hit my guy Jose Fierro up over there. He'd love to take care of you and make sure that any of those needs will be taken care of. YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender, and they're an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to go out and support women, minority, and black-owned businesses in the OKC area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go into one of their 5 locations, the main bank at 401 Elm, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma. YNB East, which is off the Parkway and 66 at 39th Expressway. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks and I-40, just south of I-40, right in front of the hospital. And YNB Peoples, located in Bethany on 23rd between Rockwell and MacArthur. And then, of course, the House of Creed, which we will be at next Thursday. We're supposed to be there today, but we have to go next Thursday instead to get everything squared away. Handcrafted since 1760. It's some good smelling stuff. It's my favorite cologne, and their perfume smells delicious as well. And they always say, Matt, remember, pick the best for your best. And I do. And we will be at the Penn Square Mall at the dealer's location next Thursday. So come by and check us out if you would. Okay? Come by and check us out. Now, the question of the day today, it's going to be a little controversial. I know, because of all the Russell Westbrook lovers, which you can love him all you want to, but that ain't me. But anyway, here's our question of the day that I had to come up with, and I think it's a good question. And I had to break it down into the 2 areas, and this is why I had to do it this way, guys. The question of the day: the greatest Thunder player. To me, KD is the most talented. And SGA is the best player. He's the best Thunder player. And the reason why I say he's the best Thunder player, because he brought us a chip. But the best player, most talented, is KD without question. But SGA can slowly get there if he stays with us long enough to continue the road that he's on. But right now, in my top 10, KD will be in my top 10 of all time. I'm talking about players, period. He will be in my top 10. He will take Tim Duncan's place in my top 10 of all time. SGA is my second best. He is the best Thunder player simply because he brought us a trophy. And because he brought us a trophy, he is the best Thunder player. But the most talented is KD. Nobody has done what he done. He is the best mid-range, 3-point, inside 3, all 3 phases of the game, all 3 levels of the game. He's the best shooter of all time, without question, best scorer of all time when it comes to that. He's the most efficient, averaging 27, 28 on 18 shots or something ridiculous. He is the best when it comes to that. And Russell is the best hustler and player. He hustles more than anybody, but talent, he ain't it. And I know people get all caught up in all that, but you Russell Westbrook lovers, y'all can love him all you want to, but he ain't nearby. He's not even close to these 2. Not even close. Because this is the deal. When KD left, Oklahoma City was nothing. Like Russell Westbrook was y'all's guy. SJ comes here. He's been the best player, and look at what we've done. We were at the same level that KD was when KD was here. You take away KD, Russell is the guy. Yeah, not even close. Didn't smell it. Didn't smell any kind of championship. Didn't get close to nothing. SGA, boom, here you go. He brings us a chip. So I'm going to put him as the best player. Not the most talented, but the best player. Now, I'm going to get all this stuff on my Facebook and get all that, and I understand. But we're not talking about, what we're talking about here is really simple. We're talking about separating between the best player and the most talented. And that's how I break it up. Kevin Durant is a once-in-a-lifetime guy, without question, as far as talent is concerned. I believe that Oklahoma City, had we had this group that we have now first, in that first group second, I think that team would have won a chip. But the difference also was the infighting between who's going to be the guy between Westbrook, Harden, and KD, where you don't have the same issue here in Oklahoma City. It is SGA. Now, the Thunder staff might think J-Dub has more upside than SGA, which is insane. I don't know what the hell you're looking at. But you can believe what you want, but you can make the same mistake you made with Westbrook, and then Oklahoma City is going to be an also team, just like they were. If J-Dub is the number one guy, you're going to be like you were with Westbrook. You have to have a closer. You have to have somebody who can close down and win games for you. That's not J-Dub. You can see that when SGA's first year. He got in Oklahoma City his second year with Chris Paul. His third year, you could really see the development of what he was going to be. His fourth year, fifth year, he just went to another level. And when you're the number two guy, it's easy for you to be great because you're not the one that they're focusing on stopping. So it's a whole different thing that you have to have in order to be that guy. And no matter what Dagnall does, no matter how great he thinks of a coach he is, as far as the building talent, he is. But you can only take someone so far. And I said before, you can take somebody from a C to a B, a D to a C, maybe a D to a B, a D plus to a B minus. But to go from a C to an A, yeah, no. Maybe A minus. But you have to have all that ability and all that talent already there. And I'm a huge J-Dub fan. But I'm not like some of you people the same people who are huge J-Dub fans and loving him are the same people who are Westbrook guys. That's what this is, because when I talk to him, I just laugh at him. I'm like, you're a Westbrook guy. Same guys who like Westbrook, same guys who like J-Dub. I'm a KD guy, I'm an SGA guy. Because I can see the differences between the two of them. SGA and J-Dub, SGA and KD, they just want to hoop. But then SGA also has the Westbrook leadership factor, which KD did not really have. He's not really a leader. He is a guy, let me just go hoop. He'll show you through his play, but he doesn't stand up and get in your face like SGA did with J-Will, like SGA did with Caruso. You don't see KD doing that because that's not who he is. He just wants to go hoop. He wants to, at 10 o'clock at night or 10:30 at night, damn, I didn't get my 100 jump shots in. I get my shots up. Or my 200 shots made or 300, whatever it is. Think Russell's going to do that? Hell no, he's not. SGA might. But I know KD did for a fact. John, I think the majority of OKC fans carry animosity when Durant. Yeah, I agree. Remember the jersey burning? Still have mine, by the way, as you should. I agree, John. It's idiotic. But people are like when LeBron left Cleveland. They did the same thing to LeBron. He came back and they were all on, forgot all about it. To me, that's idiotic. You got to understand why KD left. You got to look and see what the situation was. You got to understand what was going on. Like, people don't even know. I'm sitting right behind the bench when I watch Westbrook get up and walk out the game in the third quarter pissed off because he got pulled out and almost hit Maurice Cheeks in the face. Walk to the locker room, watch Maurice Cheeks in the fourth quarter go get him out of there. To me, I lost all respect for him right then and there. No matter how mad you are, you do not walk out on your teammates. You don't walk out on your teammates. I don't care what the situation, I don't care how mad you are. It's like guys who get thrown out of a game because they're mad on purpose. You get a second tee or something stupid because you want to get the hell out of there. Same thing. I've been pissed before. I've never walked out on my teammates. There's guys I played with I didn't like, but I never walked out on them. To me, I don't have time for that nonsense. You lose me right there. I lose respect for you right there. You're selfish. It's about you. And that's what it was about with him. And the Thunder helped mature, helped manifest that. And so I have zero issues. I have zero tolerance for that. Zero. That's why he's kept Russell Westbrook is not in my thing. And I know all you Westbrook, y'all can love him all you want to. And all of you that post on my Facebook, I ain't gonna even answer to you because I don't have time for you. I don't hear anything you got to say. Because of that simple fact. He ran off everybody to be the man. He ran off everybody. First it was Harden. First it was Scotty Brooks. Harden and Scotty Brooks. Then it was KD Ibaka. Then it was Sabonis. It was Reggie Jackson. Oladipo. You can go down the list of players he ran off because he wanted to be the man. He wanted to be the man. And all you people were okay. Well, he stayed with us. Nobody wanted his ass. And then when they found out, oh, well, he can do all this, and what'd he do? Go to a team, oh, well, we don't want that. Boom, he's gone. Go to another team. Oh, he's hustled, he's this, and oh, hell no, we don't want that. Go to another team. Oh, he hustles, he's great, he plays hard. Oh, no, we don't want that. Go to another team. Oh, no, we don't want that. You're in love with what you see, but there's no substance. You're in love with the physicality and how hard he plays, 100%, but there's nothing else there. Like I've told people a million times, I'd want him for 46 minutes. The last 3 minutes, sit on 45 minutes. Sit on the bench. I don't want you in the game. Because you're going to do something stupid. You're going to throw the ball away. You're going to miss a layup. You're going to foul somebody. You're going to be out of position because you're trying to get a rebound instead of playing the correct position. That's why he hasn't come close to a triple-double after the Thunder and after the Wizards. Why? Because their team coaches made him play his position. If you play your position, the hardest thing to do as a guard is get rebounds. And for him to be able to do that, he played out of position because he's selfish and he wanted that. And listen, he won the MVP. And the reason why I don't include him in that, he won the MVP. Nobody says Russell was the best player. They say he won it because he had a triple-double. First one since Oscar Robertson. That's why he won it. Nobody says that about KD. Nobody says that about SGA. Now, you argue SGA versus Jokic or whatever, but he's in the argument. You argue with KD or Steph or LeBron, but nobody argued that with Westbrook. The only reason why he got it, and they will all tell you, because he won a triple-double. Nobody argues that he was the MVP, so that's why I don't put him in there. And those are facts. You can get mad or whatever, all you want to, but those are facts. Nobody put him in there. Nobody says he was the best player in the league. Nobody says that. Because nobody believes that, number one. And number two, he wasn't. Triple-double is why he won it. And you can hear Stephen A. Smith and different people that go, yeah, Russell won MVP because he had the triple doubles. That's what they say. They don't sit there and say SGA won the MVP because he was on the best team. He was the best player on the best team. And they ran away with it. And like I said last year, he should have beat Jokic because to me, and I said this about a lot of these guys. To me, what did y'all, if I'm in competition with you, what did we do against each other? During the season, what did you do? What did I do? What happened? That's what I wanted to know. What happened? That's how I look at it. And SGA busted them 3 out of 4 times. Jokic kicked our butt once, but we busted them. This year, same thing. He busted them. Jokic didn't beat us up but one time. So that's how I look at it. What did they do? If you're going to match, if you're going to talk about it's in competition, what do we do against each other? If it's a toss-up, why are you going to put in what he did against these other teams and what I did against other teams? What about us against each other? What happened then? Those are things that matter to me. So, and my question of the day is, KD, best player. Most talented. The best Thunder player is SGA because he brought us a ring. He brought us a championship. He brought us a banner. So he is the best Thunder player because of that. And we were sitting there arguing about statues. You don't bring me a statue, you don't bring me a chip, you don't get a statue. I'm not putting a Russell Westbrook statue up there because he stayed in Oklahoma City. He had nowhere else the hell to go. As soon as he could go somewhere, what did he do? He left. So that argument you just had, nobody wanted him till he got triple doubles. They're like, oh, he plays hard. Look at this. And then he got there and they're like, oh, hell, we don't want you. Trade. Oh, no, hell, we don't want you. Trade. Oh, hell, no, we don't want you. Trade. Oh, hell, we don't want you. Didn't come back. So, that's nonsense to me. You have zero argument other than he plays hard, which he does. I'm never going to take that away from him because he plays hard. But I don't want your last 3 minutes. Want anything to do with you? Because I know what you're going to do. I've watched you play over and over and over, and your frustration with you over and over and over wore me out. So that is my argument with that, and that's how I look at it, John. That's my argument with it. But here's the overall bottom line. The Thunder have this going for us. We are under the cap space. So we do have room to maneuver if we need to without paying the luxury tax. But the first apron, we're already into it. Second apron, we're already into it. But we're real low on both of those accounts. So we're okay. But like I said, in 2 years, 3 years from now, that's when everything's going to hit the fan. But it's okay if we can get one more chip in the next 3 years, or we went back to back, or 2 out of 3, or 3 in a row. Yes, I'm okay with paying the apron. I'm okay paying with the $100 million. You know why I'm okay with it? Because it ain't mine. And I think these guys got enough money that they don't care either. You think, when you look at Joe Lakeman, what he did with Golden State, you think these guys aren't going to do the same thing? The Kaiser family, the Records, and Bill Cameron, you think they're not going to do the same thing? Scaramucci, you think they're not going to do the same thing? Hell yeah, they're going to do the same thing. They don't give a shit. If I'm going to win another banner, and here's my chance as an owner under my watch, I can win 3 in a row or I can win 4 out of 5. Hell yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take advantage of my window. And this is year 3 of a 5-year window Oklahoma City has. Next year, it's going to be the last year. That's the decision you're going to have to make after this not this year, coming year. That's next year, 26, 27. That's the decision making on what you got to go. This year, if you win it all, then 26, 27 is an easy decision. But you got to remember, past champions, how far have they gone the next year? I don't think any of them made us out of the second round. But the West is considerably better. You look at what the Mavericks did. They did the same thing we did. They improved their front court as far as perimeter defense. They improved their interior defense, which is already really good with Anthony Davis and, the 2 guys they got in there, I can't think of their names right now. But the 2 big guys they got in there, I'll think of them in a minute. But those 2 guys they have in the middle right now, they've improved their interior defense. They've improved their perimeter defense. And then they got Cooper Flagg, who he'll be okay this year, but the next year, he's going to be a monster. When he gets Kyrie back, and I think Kyrie comes at the end of next year or towards the All-Star break-ish, somewhere around there. But that next year, the Dallas Mavericks are going to be on fire because they're going to add something. The Lakers, they're going to do something different. We'll see how Ayton applies or how he works. But grabbing rebounds, blocking shots, he's going to be catching alley-oops. He's going to be a lot happier, maybe. He does have LeBron there to control him a little bit more. But if he's still a knucklehead, he's still knuckleheads and knuckleheads, no matter who the leader is. Might make a difference. And then you look at Denver. They're just 1 year. They're setting up for next year only. Everybody's a 1 year. They're setting up for next year. Even traded Trey Alexander, which I hope he gets to go play. Hope he gets an opportunity. I like Trey. Then you look at what Houston's done. Houston's loaded up for the next couple of years. And if anybody could dethrone us, it's us, because the one thing they were missing last year was a closer. They got one. Kevin Durant is a closer. SGA, closer. Russell, not a closer. Somebody sent me some crazy thing about Westbrook in his last second shot. Man, miss me with that nonsense. Did you watch Westbrook play? You out your damn mind? How many games he's lost us because of stupid stuff he's done, and you're going to talk about him being clutch? Are you out your mind? It's nonsense. It's nonsense. But hustler, yes. In my top 50, no. There's guys that, I've seen, and when I look at my top 10, and I gave it the other day, Kevin Durant is going to be in my top 10. With me, I like Steph Curry, but who am I taking out? Am I taking out Michael? Am I taking out Magic? Am I taking out Bird? Am I taking out Bill Russell? Am I taking out Dr. J? Kevin? Who the hell am I taking out? Will Chamberlain, Kareem? Who the hell am I taking out? LeBron, Kobe? Who am I taking out for Steph? I'm taking Tim Duncan out for Kevin Durant. But who am I taking out for Steph? I'm not. He's still on the outside for me. I'm not taking any of those guys out. No way. But greatest shooter? Yes. But in my top 10? No. Is he on the outside of it? Yes. But like a lot of NBA players said before, playing back in the day, Steph's not going to be Steph because we're going to put him in the stands. He was going to have to get stronger, but he can't get touched now. That's why Tom Brady can't get touched. He's the greatest winner. He's not the guy I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick Joe Montana over him all day, every day. And I've always said, when you want to compare players, you say, okay, how long did this player play? You match your first whatever against his first whatever. However, if he was in the league 13 years, you 13, 15, whatever it is, match it. What did you do what he did? Compare apples to apples. You can't compare when you played 8 more years or 5 more years than somebody. Yeah, you're going to have better stats because you had 5 more years. What did you do in the same amount of time? What were your stats in the same amount of time? What did you do in the same amount of time? That's how you match greatness with greatness. When did you play? How'd you do? That's why Jim Brown is best. Barry Sanders is the only one close to him. Adrian Peterson, I love AP. Or AD, however you want to call it, all day. AD, love him. What about Eric Dickerson? But when you compare him, to me, it's Jim Brown, Barry Sanders, everybody else. That's how you look at it. What did you do in the same amount of time? That's where the difference makes. And when we look at where we are now, when you look at the Thunder and you look at what's happening, we're set. Now, to transfer them into the Summer League, we have a game tonight, which is going to, let me do our schedule. I'm going to do the Thunder schedule instead. I'm going to do this instead. Okay, we're now 1-2 in the Summer League. We lost to the Jazz the other night. And then this is where we set. We have the Nets tonight, this afternoon at 4:30. We play the Pacers Saturday at 4:30. We play the Magic Tuesday at 5:30, and then the Pelicans Wednesday at 8:30. So I'm not a fan of our Summer League team. Topic has been up and down to me in what he's done this year. Like I said, I gave him a B the first time. I gave him a C the second time. So tonight is game 4 against the Nets, which we are 5.5-point favorites, which we should win, but you never know. So we should win, which to put us at 2-2, because I think you have to have at least a winning record. You need to be 4-3, 5-2 in some of the. You can't go 3-4, 2-5, or something like that. You got to have a winning record. So you need to be 4-3 at worst, to me, to be able to have a successful Summer League. But when you look at our team, Barnhiser's been okay. Topic has been up and down. A.J. Mitchell has just been stellar. And well, here's the game stats from the other night against the Jazz the other night. Let me see. You look at Topic, 7 points, 3 for 12 over 5. So he's now 0 for 12 in his last 3-point shots. And I think he's pressing is what he does. He's pressing. A.J. Mitchell is just, he's really good. But he's also so used to playing with the A team that now he's coming down, he's playing this, he's doing what he should do, to me. But the rest of them, I'm okay. Bornheiser, he had a better game the other night. What was it, 2 nights ago? He had a really good game. I liked him a lot better in that game, but we'll see. But once again, I just wanted to get a look at him, and the only reason why I was really caring was to see what Topic was going to do. Bornheiser has been so with me. He's been a C. If you give him, I give him a C in his 3 games. Topic, I'm gonna give him a C. AJ Mitchell, A plus. He's just been fantastic. So that's how I break down the grades with these guys this summer. So it really hasn't done a whole lot. But this is from the other night, so we'll see how it is. But watching it's just I hate watching it. It's just so painful for me to look at. But I'm trying to watch it so I can have a good opinion. But I'm trying to watch Topic and seeing how he plays. He passes too much for me. Even though he did take 12 shots, he still has passed the ball. But he did have 4 assists, which is good. But I'm just so far I see him as a passer. I don't see him as somebody who's going to come out and score points. He seems to get us in the offense, which is going to help that second unit with J-Dub and Kaysen. Second unit, second quarter, fourth quarter guys. He's going to help him with that. I don't know what he's going to really do with SGA, but we'll see how that plays out in the end. So anyway, hope everybody's had a great day today. I know I have. Got to go set the gym up tonight. We have league games tonight before we have the big, huge tournament this coming weekend. So that being said, hey, have a great day. Enjoy yourself. Peace out. Thunder up. World Champions 20.